Well, here we go then, boys and girls. We have started life in the second tier. I won't say we've started it well, but we have started it. Job now, get well away from this relegation zone that we seem to be being sucked towards. The only way this is the last season is if we get relegated, I think. If we manage to survive, we'll have a proper crack at trying to get promoted. If we get promoted, we'll probably do that La Liga relegation season. Yeah, the only way we end it this season is if we get relegated, because there's no fun to be had from the final season being back down in tier 3, winning it easily, and yeah, the story ends if we go back down. We consider it a failure. If we manage to stay up, we obviously have a crack at it with having done a proper summer with some actual money, because remember, we've got £5 million coming in this year. There's actual positive projections coming. So next summer, we should actually be able to build a proper team. So if we can stay up this year, we will almost certainly do one more year. Obviously, that's all time allowing. We shall see. My plan for this evening, we're just going to get through another 6 matches. So we'll get to the end of October and then do Mallorca and Las Palmas. Alex's birthday tomorrow. Alex, happy birthday for tomorrow. Should we all sing happy birthday to Alex? I think we should. Happy birthday. Everyone sing along. I don't want to sing on my own. I'll look like an idiot. On the count of 3, all together now. 3. Remember how many gifted subs he's done this year. If you're watching this, you've probably had a gifted sub off of Alex this year. Statistically, you've almost certainly statistically had a gifted sub off of Alex. So 3, 2, get the ukulele out. Brilliant idea. It's buried under pillows. If I pull the ukulele out, the world record certificate falls. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alex. I'm such a good singer. Happy birthday to you. Because Hampton and Richmond are the first team that we could actually potentially do a save with on a vanilla database. I know lots of people in the comments are saying, Kev, you've got to do a Southall save in FM24. They're in tier 8. Tier 8 saves in Football Manager are awful. They are awful. Because the first 2 years, it's just you get promoted back to back. No question you get promoted, because it's impossible to sign a team that doesn't do back-to-back promotions in tier 8 unless you really are dumb. But if you've ever played the game before, it is impossible not to sign a team that does back-to-back promotions. And getting those back-to-back promotions means you then have the momentum to carry on getting promoted, and you just keep going. And it just becomes like 5 or 6 promotions in a row, and by the time the save gets hard, everyone's stopped watching. So as nice as it would be to do a save with Southall, they need a couple of promotions in real life first. But Hampton and Richmond are in the National League South. I think that has been turned down. Is that really quiet for you? Is getting all that really quiet? Or is the volume good? Right, we are in the relegation zone as it stands at the moment, by the way, and down to 10 men. While we were chatting, it's becoming problematic at this point. I really don't want the save to end with a relegation and a whimper, but we are completely out of our depth at this level, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough to survive. Do I know what any of the buttons do? I haven't got a clue. Galdino's just scored a screamer. I have no idea what the buttons do. There must be a way for me to turn up the volume of that, but I imagine I can just go into the Wavelink software. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. I'm going into the Wavelink software, and I am going to try and increase the volume. Oh, for goodness sake. 9 men now. What is going on? This is the game not being able to just beat me in the match engine, so it has to do stupid stuff like this. Just beat me in the match engine. Obviously, our team isn't good enough to compete at this level. I completely accept that. And if we just lost 3-0 being outplayed, that's fine. We haven't got any stoppages left. It's this absolutely infuriating constant red cards, constant penalties against you. I mean, we've literally conceded a penalty and had 2 players sent off in this game, yet it's still 1-1. I'd rather lose 3-0. Just beat me in the match engine. Don't do this. This is dumb. I mean, it's a good point in the circumstances, but so dumb. So dumb. It's the most annoying thing about Football Manager. I don't care about the goal, all the stuff that annoys everybody else, hitting the woodwork too much, poor goalkeeper positioning, poor defensive positioning. I genuinely don't care about any of that. But this thing, oh, it annoys me. It really does annoy me that they just throw the red cards and penalties at you to make you not win. We're playing against actual teams that I've actually heard of, not their B teams. That's the difference we've got at this level now. We are not close to good enough for this level. We still don't get 5,000 people turn up for our home games, and we're playing against Racing Santander, who I've heard of. We're in a team with Malaga and Valladolid and Alaves, Granada. I mean, there's so many teams. Zaragoza, Espanyol, Mallorca. So many teams that I've actually heard of. We should be rock bottom. We probably will end up there. But if we do, I don't want it to be because of red cards and penalties. Just beat us 3-0 every match. I'll take it. Don't forget my 45 loans. I think you'll find it's only 18 loans, actually. I wouldn't abuse the loan system by getting 45 players on loan. That would be absurd. Go on, then. Let's have an equaliser. Do a football. Do a football. Do a football! Oh, why did he not do a football? How? How is that not a goal? What have we got to do? Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Do you reckon there's a chance Mrs. Wearmouth sacks me? That'd be a nice end. I'd like that. No, we're attempt to avoid relegation. We are attempting. We'll fail, but we're attempting it. I mean, the fact that we got a few early points on the board might end up crucial. But we are so poor at the moment. Might be time to bring back a defensive midfielder. We want to go full coward mode. The thing is, our best players are all attacking midfielders. So probably not. We may as well just continue trying to attack and hope we come up against a team we're better than at some point. We're not going to change the tactic until the inbox tells me to. There's genuinely not a lot we're going to be able to do this season. We're just, it's Lammers. Oh, Lammers has done a goal. It wasn't Lammers, it's someone else. Lammers and the nut. Those were the days. Oh, there we go. We've got to change tactics now. We've had the inbox message. It's time to go to a 4-3-3. Oh, Mrs. Wearmouth might be on the verge of selling. That would not be a good thing. Fingers crossed we have a nice, easy run through and it doesn't get too expensive. And if that's the case, we're all good. I don't want to end it. I would love to complete the challenge. It might be that we don't complete it this year. We end up having to have a couple of cracks at it over the course of a few years. We have to have a lot of things line up for it to actually come off. Because the other thing, I assume, and I've had no confirmation one way or the other, but based on previous years, I assume at some point I'm going to get 20 minutes notice to get to London for Football Manager meet-up of some kind at Sports Interactive. We don't usually find out about that until a day or two before. So again, if they contact me 2 days before an FA Cup weekend and say, right, it's this weekend, then I'm missing an FA Cup weekend, aren't I? Didn't look overly happy at Preston. I was very uncomfortable at Preston. Preston was one of my first matchday vlogs. I was sat next to a bunch of little old ladies with blankets on their knees. We've done a football. It was freezing cold. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy the Preston experience at all. But yeah, Barcelona was awesome. I think if I were to do Preston again now, it would be a much better video because I'm a lot more comfortable doing the matchday vlogging stuff now. Yeah, the food was horrible at Preston as well. That butter pie was vile. You got to remember, I'm still very new to this matchday vlogging game. Although I've done the odd one here and there, like the Kings Lynn one and stuff over the last few years, I'd probably only done 3 or 4 matchday vlogs ever until this calendar year. So I think I'm getting better at it. I think if you were to compare the most recent Southall video with the Peterborough Sports video from last year, for example, I think it's a much better video. So I think I'm getting better at it. Ellis has never put out a video that's just like, I went to a football match, which is effectively what I called my one today. But I just don't know. I don't know. You'd think after all these years of vlogging, I'd be the master of the clickbait stuff, but I have no idea how to clickbait that Southall match. It was just, you know, it was good. It was part of the Wembley to Wembley series. I went to Southall. Nothing particularly clickbaity happened. There was no real hook to it. So it's very difficult to, I don't know, what would the hook be for that video? None of that applies to yesterday. Did I see the best goal ever? Yeah, but that's just horrible. Let's rate the titles live on stream. I mean, as much as I would really enjoy doing that, we've got to get through these matches because otherwise there's going to be no main channel content while I'm on holiday. So I'm afraid we do have to crack on. I know it spoils everybody's fun. We were 2-0 up in this match. They're down to 10 men and they've come back in and gone ahead. Look at Alex sticking the boot into Topher. You get him, Alex. Get him. That's what he gets for all this boxing nonsense. Get him. Re-releasing content that already exists. I just don't think that would get enough views to justify doing. What the hell is he doing here? Who wants Dim along? All right, Wayne. Still love the fact that that man's younger than me and look at the state of him. Mate, every time I see Wayne Rooney, I feel good about myself. That man used to be a professional. Can you believe he used to be a professional sportsman? Turns out people really like to watch videos of people in caravans in Skegness, which is why I'm off to stay in a caravan again tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason we're going to stay in a caravan at Great Yarmouth tomorrow. I've seen how well this that Skegness trip has actually been more than paid for now by the ad revenue that those couple of videos created, which obviously is exactly the situation we want to be in with that channel. So yeah, the Skegness stuff did really, really well. And I imagine by the end of the year, unless FM24's launch is a disaster, by the end of the year, we should be pretty close to 200,000 subs on the main channel. We normally add like 20, 25,000 subs during a launch of a game. Should get a big boost from FM25's out. Oh yeah, exactly. We're all counting down the days to that, I think. Be interesting to see how this Unity thing pans out. Hopefully that doesn't lead to disaster. Oh dear me. Isn't one of the announcements tomorrow? No, week commencing tomorrow. So I would be very, very surprised if it was tomorrow. I imagine it'll just be every Tuesday. They did it Tuesday last week. It'll probably be every Tuesday. I think it'll mark my my reaction video out different from everyone else's if I'm doing it from Disneyland. I've already warned Anna it's going to happen. She's fine with it. She needs time back at the hotel. She can't do a full day in a park. So as soon as I get that notification, we'll just pull over to one side. I'll make the video, then we'll run back to the hotel so I can edit and upload it, and then we'll get back in the park and carry on with our day, and it'll be fine. Your singing's even better on the VODs without the music. Good. That's why I do it. It's all for the VOD people. Hi, VOD people! How you doing? That was for the VOD people. Not you lot watching live. That was for the VOD people. Right, time for YouTuber clock.